Get ready for the truth. Because what Lewis Hamilton just revealed after the Barcelona test is far bigger than lap times, headlines, or polite post-session quotes. For years, Barcelona has been Ferrari's quiet nightmare, a place where early optimism died fast, where reliability cracks appeared before the season even began, where insiders knew the truth long before fans did. But 2026 felt different. Behind closed doors, under cold skies and restricted test programs, something happened that immediately caught Hamilton's attention. Not speed, not balance, not setup tricks. Something more fundamental, something Ferrari has failed to master for years. Hamilton arrived expecting the usual early season tension, the fragile systems, the warning signs, the feeling that the car might not survive a full program. Instead, he saw the opposite. The SF-26 kept running and running and running. No interruptions, no hidden resets, no quiet panic inside the garage. And that's when Hamilton realized Ferrari had fixed something they rarely talk about publicly, something that defines championships long before the first race. What he saw in Barcelona wasn't just a clean test, it was evidence of a silent internal revolution. And if that foundation is real, then everything we thought about Ferrari in 2026 may already be outdated. When Lewis Hamilton stepped into the SF-26 for the first time in Barcelona, expectations were low, deliberately low, not because of doubt in his ability, but because Ferrari's recent history demanded caution. In previous seasons, early tests often told the same story: unfinished systems, rush fixes, reliability concerns disguised as test limitations. Drivers learned quickly not to push too hard because the car simply wouldn't last. Hamilton knew this pattern, so when he began his first long runs, he was waiting for the moment, the warning lights, the radio message, the forced return to the garage. It never came. Lap after lap, the car behaved exactly as it was supposed to. Not perfect, but stable, predictable, mechanically calm. This wasn't luck, and it definitely wasn't accidental. Hamilton immediately noticed something subtle but crucial. The team wasn't reacting to problems. They were executing a plan, calmly, methodically, as if reliability was no longer the question, but the starting point. For a driver of Hamilton's experience, that changes everything, because when a car survives long runs without drama, it means the real work can finally begin. Performance, fine balance, race preparation. Barcelona didn't give Hamilton excitement, it gave him confidence. And in Formula One, confidence at this stage is worth more than raw speed. What shocked Lewis Hamilton in Barcelona wasn't something you could see on timing screens. It was something far more rare at Ferrari. Silence, no frantic engineers, no rushed component swaps, no late-night improvisation hidden behind closed garage doors. The SF-26 simply worked, and for Hamilton, that could only mean one thing. Ferrari had finally attacked its biggest weakness at the root, not with upgrades, but with structure. For years, Ferrari's early season problems followed the same pattern. Cars fast on paper, fragile in reality, systems pushed too hard, too early, reliability treated as something to be managed instead of engineered. Barcelona suggested that mindset had changed. The number of laps completed wasn't just impressive, it was intentional. Long runs, repeated cycles, consistent behaviour, exactly what teams do when they trust their foundations. Hamilton openly highlighted this without exaggeration, because drivers at his level don't praise reliability unless it truly stands out. Behind the scenes, this points to deeper work at Maranello, redesigned systems, conservative early mapping, and a philosophy shift toward durability first. It's not glamorous, it doesn't make headlines, but it wins championships. And for the first time in years, Ferrari left Barcelona not hiding problems, but quietly confirming progress. A progress Hamilton recognised immediately. To the outside world, reliability sounds boring. To a Formula One driver, it's freedom. When Lewis Hamilton talks about confidence in the SF-26, he's not talking about optimism, he's talking about permission to push, to explore limits, to actually develop a car instead of surviving it. In Barcelona, Hamilton completed 85 laps in a single morning. That number matters, not because of mileage records, but because it proves Ferrari trusted the car enough to let it run without fear. In recent years, Ferrari tests were often interrupted by caution, short runs, conservative plans, engineers protecting systems instead of learning from them. This time, the approach was different. Hamilton noted that even in cold conditions with hard compounds that refused to switch on, the team still completed its full program. No panic, no excuses, just data. That's the real shift, because once reliability is no longer the concern, every other question becomes solvable. Setup, tyre usage, race simulations, development direction. Barcelona wasn't about hiding performance, it was about validating a base, and Hamilton knows better than anyone. Championships are not built on spectacular test days. They're built on cars that show up every session, every weekend without drama. For Ferrari, this may be the most important step they've taken entering the 2026 era. What makes Hamilton's reaction in Barcelona so significant is when it's happening. 2026 is not just another season, it's a complete reset. New power units, new energy systems, new aerodynamic philosophies, new operational risks. Historically, these transitions are where Ferrari has struggled the most. Complexity has never been their friend in the early stages of regulation changes. Too many variables, too many last-minute fixes, too much pressure. That's why Hamilton's comparison matters. He openly stated that this start is better than last year, despite the rules being far more radical. That's not a small statement. It suggests Ferrari didn't chase performance first. They chased control. In Barcelona, the SF-26 behaved like a car that understood itself. Not aggressive, not nervous, just composed. And that composure doesn't come from luck. It comes from decisions made months earlier, choosing reliability margins, accepting short-term restraint and trusting long-term development. Hamilton has lived through multiple regulation resets. He knows exactly how dangerous early optimism can be. So when he expresses genuine confidence at this stage, it signals something rare. Ferrari may have finally learned how to start a new era without sabotaging itself. Barcelona didn't confirm dominance, but it strongly hinted at maturity, and for Ferrari, that may be the most important evolution of all. Ferrari's public message after Barcelona was cautious, controlled, almost understated, but Hamilton's words filled in the gaps. He didn't talk about lap records, he didn't hint at domination, he focused on something Ferrari usually avoids discussing in detail. Foundations. Inside Formula One, teams only emphasise reliability when they know it used to be a weakness, and Hamilton knows exactly how to read between those lines. What Ferrari is not saying openly is this: the SF-26 was built to survive first, to understand the new rules before trying to exploit them. That's a strategic decision, and it's not the Ferrari we've known in recent years. No rushed innovations, no aggressive early limits, no attempt to impress headlines in February. Instead, Barcelona showed a car designed to learn. Hamilton's calm tone revealed more than excitement ever could, because experienced champions don't get carried away by good tests. They get interested when teams stop making the same mistakes. Ferrari isn't hiding speed, they're hiding intent, and intent matters far more in a regulation reset than raw numbers on a timing screen. The real question now isn't how fast Ferrari is, it's how much potential they've left intentionally untouched. For Lewis Hamilton, Barcelona didn't feel like a test, it felt like a signal. Not a promise of wins, not a guarantee of titles, but proof that Ferrari might finally be operating with clarity. In 2025, Hamilton's first season in red was defined by frustration, limited understanding of the car, no podiums in main races, a constant feeling of reacting instead of leading development. That's why this moment matters, because confidence in February shapes everything that follows. Development paths, driver feedback, internal trust, momentum. Hamilton didn't need to say it directly. His body language, his wording, his focus on process over performance said enough. Ferrari didn't arrive in Barcelona trying to impress the paddock. They arrived trying to fix themselves, and that's often how real turning points begin, quietly, away from cameras, inside garages where problems are finally addressed instead of hidden. If this foundation holds through Bahrain, Ferrari won't just be competitive, they'll be dangerous, not because of speed alone, but because for the first time in years, they may know exactly what they're doing. So what did Lewis Hamilton really expose in Barcelona? Not a secret upgrade, not hidden lap time, not a miracle solution. He exposed something far more dangerous for Ferrari's rivals: control. For the first time in a regulation reset, Ferrari didn't look rushed, reactive or fragile. The SF-26 wasn't trying to impress, and it was trying to survive, learn and evolve, and that's exactly how winning eras begin. Hamilton's message was subtle but powerful. This Ferrari feels prepared, not perfect, but prepared in a way that recent versions never were. Barcelona wasn't about speed, it was about trust. Trust between driver and machine, trust between engineers and data, trust that problems won't appear the moment pressure increases. And if Ferrari truly solved reliability at the foundation level, then everything else becomes a matter of time. Now the question shifts to you. Do you believe Ferrari has finally fixed its biggest weakness, or is this just another illusion before reality hits? Leave your comment below. Like, share and subscribe, because the 2026 season may already be changing faster than anyone expected.